everyone, welcome back. And last class we have discussed what is object-oriented programming. So let's see here how to create an object using object-oriented programming. Okay, so let's start now. So first of all, I will create a separate workspace here. So new directory, let's say 12 hyphen ts hyphen oops hyphen objects and even classes. You see both. Okay. So let's create one TypeScript. Let's say app.ts file. Okay. So first of all, one last time, how you generally create an object in JavaScript. Okay. So generally, how you create an object in JavaScript is you will create like this, right? So let mobile, of course, same object, mobile. You say brand Apple and color silver, price 35,000. So this is how you create an object, and moreover you will write the type, right? So what is the type? Interface mobile. Okay, here you specify the brand string, and color is string, and also price is some number. You will rule like this, and you can specify mobile type. That's how you generally create an object. Okay, and once you create an object and you want to access this, so generally what we do is console.log of mobile. If you want to access console.log of mobile, you get the mobile object. I want to access the particular value of a property, so you specify console.log of mobile dot brand. You can access. Okay, of course you can do like this, fine, but problem is here the properties of an object can be directly accessible outside of the object. Okay, it means there is no security for your properties in the object, and even you have assigned the value just like that. There is no structure at all. Of course, in TypeScript, a little bit of structure is given by interface, but this is not the actual object-oriented way of creating an object. So then, how to create using the classes? So let's see how to create it using class. Okay. So let me just close all. Just to create a class now. So class name is mobile. So mobile class I have taken. So here you're gonna specify the property. So class is just like a blueprint, okay, which contains all the properties and the methods. Okay. So in general we call as a function. In functional programming we call them as functions, and here we call them as methods. Okay. So here class, right? So class you define like this, the class keyword and its name, better you start with uppercase, because rule is you have to start with uppercase. Okay. So because class interface enum you have to declare with uppercase. Here in this class you have to specify the properties first. So what are all the properties you're looking for an object should contain? Okay, you can specify them using some access modifier. We have three access modifiers here. One is private, public, and protected. So private means the property can only be accessible in the class itself. That's called security. Okay, is also called as some people call encapsulation. So you just bind data inside the class itself. So private. So private is an access modifier. You can access the accessibility privilege. Okay, so access modifier to access the property only inside a class, and protected is one more. So what is that is you can access in its own class and even its child class in the inheritance concept. If it is public, you can access everywhere. Okay, so private now. Private, what properties you want? Let's say brand of type string. I just declared. Okay, fine. Now what it says? Summary showing. But man, one second. Um, no initializer. We have to write a constructor. Yeah, don't worry. I'll do that. Okay. So let's say private brand color of type string, okay, and private. What else you want? Price, number. So in my the moment I when I create an object, it should contain three properties. These three. Okay. Next, to initialize these guys, we have a special method in the class that's called constructor. So let's say you will write a constructor in TypeScript like this. Okay. So this constructor is going to take all the parameters, is going to initialize. Generally what happen if you create an object, by default you assign a value, right? But here is not like that. By calling a constructor you assign a value. Okay, it's completely different process. Of course, more lines of code you have to write. So here constructor, let's take the brand of type string parameters, color of type string, and price of type number. Okay, and let me assign them. So this dot brand is equal to brand. Okay, and this dot color is equal to color, and this dot price is equal to price, like this. So what is this keyword? This keyword is to access, it is indicating the current class object. Okay, this current class object, to access these properties, right? You have to use this keyword current class itself. This dot brand, I'm assigning the value here. So you have to call this constructor by providing the actual value, and those values will be initialized to these properties. Okay, done. Now let's say, yeah, that's very basic class structure. And how to create an object. How to create an object is, let mobile is equal to, you have to use a special keyword called new keyword, new mobile, new mobile. Okay, so let mobile is equal to new mobile. So in this you have to specify, and the moment you say new mobile, what happens is, don't feel like sir there is no mobile function here. Of course, whenever you say the new mobile, this is gonna call the constructor function of your class. So every class will have only just one constructor. So whenever you initialize this, it's going to call a constructor. Even you press the control button and click on this, it's going to constructor. And this constructor looking for three parameters. You have to provide them. First, order most important, type also most important. So for brand, Apple, and color, I say silver, and price 35,000. That's it. Okay, and don't specify brand colon Apple, because this brand colon has come automatically by my WebStorm, just indicate that this value is getting substituted to the brand property, I mean that brand parameter. Okay, this is how you create. And you want to see that, let's say console.log of mobile. Okay, so let me run the program. So right click, open terminal. So let's say ts node space app.ts. So let me check your mobile object. See, mobile object contains brand Apple, color silver, price 35,000. Okay, so this is how you create in the object oriented system, programming system. Okay, oops programming, you're going to create an object like this. So here brand and constructor. So class is just like a blueprint, and we have some properties to contains in object. So whatever objects you create, these properties will be existed. And this is the constructor, is a special function, and this is going to execute the moment you create an object. So whenever you say new mobile, right, so this is going to call this constructor. What values you have provided, that will be taken over here, assigned to the local variables, and you print object. That print object has come with all the values. Fine. Now here, if I say console.log of mobile, what happened? You got a, sorry, you got a mobile object, right? Now what my plan is, sir, I don't want complete object. I just want to access Apple. Previously, when you create an object, right? If you want to access a particular properties value, what do you do? Mobile dot, I mean object name dot property name, right? Same story. So these are the properties, right? So if I say console dot log of how to access mobile, if I say mobile, complete mobile will come. But what do we have to say? Mobile dot brand. But you get the problem. If I say mobile dot brand, it says some problem. What is that? Generally, function oriented, we write like this. If you're trying to do the same thing in object oriented, you get the error. What is that? If you keep a cursor, see, property brand is declared is private, only accessible within the mobile. It's saying that you have declared this property as a private. If it is private, you can only access that inside the class. Okay. So if you make this as public, then you can happily access. See, no error. No error. Because what's the difference between private and public? Private means you can only access inside the class. If it is public, you can access outside the class. But thing is, if you make it public, that is just kind of violation of encapsulation, what's called rule of object oriented programming. So then, sir, how to call that? Thing is, in class it is like secured. The properties are secured. So if it is that much highly secured, then how can I access that? You're gonna access them using the getters and setters. So we have a provision in object oriented programming. So you can access them directly. You can't access using some public methods. You can access public functions. Generally we call them functions. Here we call methods. So public methods, we can access them. Okay. So let's see how to create the public method called getters and setters. So getter methods to access the properties and setter methods to assign some different value to the property. Okay, so let's see what are the getters and setters in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and let's meet in the next video. Thank you.